Okie dokie. Welcome back, everyone, to this Borderless JS conference. So we had a number of talks already. So we've got just two left for today, because tomorrow we'll have another day of great talks. So now let's proceed to our last but one talk, okay? So this one will be all about exploring the AI ecosystem within AWS. So over here, you will learn more about Amazon Personalize, Forecast, Kendra, Health Lake, and other things. All the things that actually can help you to unlock the full potential of data and machine learning within AWS. So let me welcome here Ivan, who is from FrontSpot Turkey community, and Ivan across the ocean from the USA to Turkey. So welcome back. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Pavel. Okay, so hi everyone. Today we will explore AWS ecosystem, discover different AWS services, their use cases, see demos. At the end, we learn how to create simple React.js plus Amazon Lex chatbot. Yeah, and let's jump to agenda. First of all, we have some short intro. Pavel already present me a bit. I also would like to say a bit words about myself. And then we will have AI overview, just to be in the one context. What is AI? What is machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI? And then see big picture of AI ML services of AWS. Okay, at the end, we see how to build a chat based on Amazon Lex and React.js. And if we have enough time, I think we will have, and if you will have some questions, we will have some Q&A. Okay, so let's get started. And a bit about myself. I'm a one engineering manager with more than 10 years of experience in IT and in EPAM. I participated in a lot of JavaScript Competence Center activities, but for this topic, I would like to highlight a couple of facts about me. And one of them, I'm driver JS AI cookbook, and for last year, we provided several tips and tricks of using generative AI, especially ChatGPT, to boost your performance as developer. In addition, I'm certified AWS certified practitioner, and I passed exam couple of weeks ago, and it's not made me AI guru or machine learning engineer, but give clear understanding of AI services and AI in general and AWS AI services. And today I would like to share some of knowledge about these services with you. And also I like traveling. Okay, so let's jump to artificial intelligence overview. Okay, on the picture you can see a hierarchy of the AI, ML, and deep learning and generative AI. But let's see what is AI. In simple words, it's technologies which can help us, not us, help computer perform as a human, enable computer to perform a very and advanced functions, including the ability to see, understand, and translate spoken and written language, analyze large data, and etc. And machine learning, it's artificial intelligence subset. In simple words, it's algorithms which can be learned from data to recognize patterns and make decisions, like personalize your shopping by analyzing your shopping history, history of people of the same age, the same region, and similar interest. Usually it's based on large data. And deep learning is machine learning subset, use natural network to complex pattern like recognition images, recognition speech, and etc. It's more specific. And At the end, generative AI, it's a part of AI that can be generate new content from like text, like images, like code, etc., based on learned data. And in most cases, we use generative AI. And based on it, you can think that AI can replace us because it's allow computer to perform human-like work and take human-like responsibility. But I like another option, like in this quote, one of the expert, Kai-Fu Lee, and I totally agree with him. AI is not a replacement, it's a tool which can help us to boost our performance and ability to make more complex tasks. And AWS provide us services which can help us to solve some complex tasks and make complex solution for our clients. And just maybe a couple of years ago, it looks, I think, unrealistic. But right now, nowadays, it's our current life, and we adopt these functionalities to our life. Okay, so let's see what levels of services we have in AWS. At first, it's generative AI. It's Amazon SageMaker, Jumpstart, which provide open source AI models for different tasks, like image recognition, forecasting, text generation, etc. You can just take open source model and work with them. Another option is Amazon Bedrock. It's fully managed service that make high-perform foundation models from leading AI companies and Amazon available for your use through a unified API. You can select some different options like Olama, like Mistral, etc. by work with all of them by one API. Other two things, it's Amazon Q and Amazon Q Developer. It's AI copilots for business tasks and for developers. It can help us with our coding tasks, with configuring CI/CD, etc. And another block, it's AI and ML services. And they split by functions, text and documents, which can help us to translate, to extract text from documents, etc. Vision, it's help us to recognize images and identify objects inside the images. Search, it's like Amazon Kendra. It helps us to build powerful search based on our databases and knowledge-based. Chatbots, Amazon Lex, and today we'll have example how we can implement it in simple way. Speech, like Amazon Poly and Transcribe. One of them can help us to transcribe our text to speech and back speech to text. It can be kind of useful for your applications. Recommendation by Amazon Personalize, and another one it's Amazon Forecast. But it's if you talk about Personalize, it can help us to personalize make user recommendation for social network and for shopping, etc. And other like AWS DeepRacer, and we talk about it a bit later. And other layer, it's machine learning frameworks. It's more related machine learning engineer. It's powerful services with a lot of subsets. And one of them is Amazon SageMaker, which include a lot of sub-services. One of them is Jumpstart. And another one is Ground Trust, and a lot of. But it's more about machine learning. Today we focus mostly on middle part and discuss these services. Okay, let's deep let's deep dive and talk about each service and their use cases and see some demos. And first, in our turn, it's Amazon Comprehend. It's natural language processing service, which can help us to analyze text and extract key phrases from this text, like people, brands, etc. And the most popular use cases, it's analyze customer interactions, like emails, to find some leads to a positive or negative experience. It can help us to analyze some contracts, classify documentations, etc. And let's see some example. Yeah, for some of example, I prepare recordings, some possible problems with network, etc. to avoid that. And let's see, let's go to AWS console. Yep, and try to find or comprehend. Yep, and launch Amazon Comprehend. And here we have some example. You can put your input text. Let's just analyze it and see what we have. And as a result, we see highlighting some words like names, and it's identified like a person, organizations, some locations, etc. We can see some key phrases like your autoplay settings, your payment, due date, etc. And we can see confidence of this key phrases. We can see language of the text. In our case, it's English. We can see personal information like name, like date, time, like emails, etc. We can analyze it and hide it if it's needed. We can see how often it's faced with in this text and some labels, and we also can see sentiment of this text and analyze sentiments of some letters, some feedbacks, etc. And for example, in e-commerce, and see it's positive or negative. We see target sentiments, and we can see that Zhang Wei, it's used like your, but John used like I in this text. Yep, and we can see this identification and see some syntax, how much verbs we have, how much some proper noun, etc. If we click to some of this word, we can see syntax of this word. Another option is custom classification. We can create some purchasing point or batch analysis when we provide large amount of data. Yeah, we can create, provide some name, version, and choose language. By default, it's English. And classifier encryption if you need it. And also we have different formats and different classifier mode. One of them is using single label mode, and another one it's using multi-label. In the example, you can see that in first it can be just drama or comedy, in second it can be drama and comedy at the same time. Yeah, you can use S3 bucket for batch analyzing, and also S3 bucket for output result. Another service, it's Amazon Translate. It's a neural machine translation service. By the calling, you can understand that it's a service which provide functionality of translator like Google Translate or some other one. And which is the specific of this service. Yeah, also we have one more demo. Yeah, let's find translate service in our console and try to have a demo. Yeah, we have which from which language we would like to translate and to which one. Yeah, let's write just hello, how are you, and translate it to Turkish. And we see merhaba, nasılsın. Yeah, what is correct. We also can upload document, use also language, and download translated document in different formats. It can be text, HTML, and Word. Another thing, it's use custom terminology, and it's one of the, I think, advantage of this service. Yeah, for example, you have some medicine terminology or just programming terminology. Yeah, you can use it. You can just upload file, and batch translation, when you have a lot of files, etc., you can create job. Yeah, provide language from which one you would like to translate, and target language, and put your S3 bucket address, select what format you will have, and output data to S3 bucket too. And we have some metrics. We unfortunately have 0 metrics because I don't use this service constantly, just only for testing purposes. Yeah, but you can see some metrics like user account, system account, etc. Can be quite useful when you translate some large amount of data. Another service, it's Amazon Textract, and it's AI-driven service which can help us to analyze some financial reports, some healthcare, etc. And also we have Amazon Medical Textract. The differences is just using specific terminology, and it can be helpful when you go to the doctor and they then have some script, but you don't understand nothing. Yeah, and let's see example. Let's go to console, select Amazon Textract. Yep, and try demo. You can see example of analyzing document. You can upload your document to be sure that it's work properly. Yeah, but let's see some demo document, and we can see some text, raw text. Also, we can see layouts. It can recognize when we have header, when we have some tables, when we have footer with some conclusion. Yep, and etc. And also we can see forms and how it matches data. Yeah, for example, at the header, we have a period of ending and pay period. Yep, and it's matches the data with this field. It looks very useful if you work on analyzing a large amount of some payments or some reports. Yep, this service can help you with it. Another one, it's analyzing expense. I think a lot of people work with some expenses after a business trip or maybe some personal purposes, and this tool can help you make it more easier. Yeah, just upload a file and have all numbers. Analyze ID, like driver license from different countries, and you can see how it match first name, last name, city and address, etc. And here we have another result with another document. Yep, it's identifies like a passport, like place of birth, etc. You can also choose your document and try it by yourself. Okay, another example, it's Amazon, Amazon Rekognition. It can help us to identify objects on the images and provide some labeling, also text detection, face detection, some people recognition, etc. And let's see the demo. Here we also go to AWS console, select Amazon Rekognition, and try demo. First, it's label detection. We can see some image with person, skateboard, and just street. And here you can see labels for buildings, for cars, for person, for skateboard, for wheels, etc. Another option is image properties. Here you can see detailed information about image quality, colors, some backgrounds, and some etc. Here we can see example with car, dominant colors, etc. And another way it's image moderation. Can help us to blur content. It can be useful for some use cases. Here it's face analysis, and you can see that on the picture is a female, age 24, 30 years old. She's smiling, looks like happy, and wearing glasses. It looks like exact analysis and face comparison. You can see that it's equal or not equal. Yeah, and another one is face aliveness. But it's enable camera. It may be useful for some instrument to identify celebrity recognitions. Here you can see and text and image. It looks like Textract, but it's a bit different algorithms, and we can see that we can take data from image. And it's some more specific case, personal protective equipment detection. It's mostly for some factories, etc. You can see that person work safety by using all equipment and with safe environment. And Amazon Transcribe. It can help us to convert our speech to text, and it can help you add some speech command to your speech search on your application. Yeah, and use cases, it's transcribe customer service call, it's some generate metadata from media recordings, etc. And let's see example. And I believe you heard this example because here we just record some text and see that it's have some transcription output. Yeah, and here you can see language settings. You can specify it. You can some automation identification of language. Yeah, and use some specific vocabulary. And also we have some API section when you can hide some personal information about credit card, about names, etc. Yeah, and let's check it. And start new session. I might. And before we see a name Ivan, but currently it's just like a name. And if I click to this, it looks like confidence information. And it can be useful for hide some confidence information from some calls, etc. to analyze just data, not some personalities. And Amazon Poly, it's opposite when we have text, but we need to implement it to convert it to speech. It can be useful and allow you to create applications which can talk with the user. Yep, and here we have demo based on some real demo. Yeah, and I hope you can see my AWS console. Yep, and here we have some different options like generative long form neural. Let's listen. And here you can select voice. It can be female, male, etc. with different accent, etc. It can be long form. It sounds a bit different, more natural. Also, we can use specific semantic. Here you can see speak, but we also have something like text, like break, or break, or just it's like a pause. Yeah, and if you listen it again, it's it's not so long pauses, but it works, and you can configure it by yourself. Okay, so let's jump further and talk about Amazon Personalize. It's a AI service which can help you to implement some personalized product recommendation for e-commerce. It can be useful, provide some related products with products which you buy, and or some recommendation for you based on your previous shopping. Also, it can be useful for social network, recommend you content based on your interest. And another service, it's AWS DeepRacer. It's maybe more specific, and it's provide you a real autonomous scale race car, small car, designed to teach reinforced learning. It's one of the methods of machine learning, and provide you some hands-on experience. And it's in real time. You can see competition between these cars based on your algorithms. And another example, it's Amazon Lex. It's a service which can help you to build artificial intelligence chat. And in some of applications, we can see some AI assistant and some chatbots which can help you to order some pizza or book a hotel or some appointment to doctor, and etc. And let's focus on this one, and let's see how we can build it. For it, we need to implement, we need to just several steps. First step is set up Amazon Lex bot, and for it we need to go to console, search for Amazon Lex, create a Lex bot, and build and deploy it. Let's do it. Currently we go to Amazon Lex bots, just Amazon, and here you can see button create bot. We can use some traditional blend bot, which we need to configure from the beginning. We can use some examples for starting, like book trips, make appointment, order flowers, etc. And it provides some examples how you can communicate with this bot. Then we need to provide bot name and bot descriptions and time permissions. You already have some existing role, you can use it. If you know, if no have, create a role basic Amazon Lex permission. Also, you can identify session timeout. By default, it's 5 minutes. Yeah, and on the next stage, you can. Oh, sorry, let's create. Let's now test. And here, children online privacy. Let's check no. And click next. Yeah, here we can choose language. We can add some description, and also it's possible to select some voice and make this chatbot not only chatting but also calling with this chatbot. And by clicking done, we create bots. I'm already create a bot based on example. Sorry, and let's jump to the second step. Second step, it's set up Amazon Cognito for authentication, and also we need to go to Amazon Cognito and console, create identity pool, configure roles, and copy identity pool ID. It will be required on step 4. Yep, let's go to Amazon Cognito. I'm already open page with create identity pool. Here we can configure our pool. It can be authenticated access or guest access. If we select authenticated, it can be Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, etc. Yeah, I already created it with guest. Here you can configure permissions, configure properties, and create it. And the third step is set up IAM. After creating identity pool, we need to configure our role, which we created on second step, and add permissions for using Amazon Lex. Let's go IAM. Here you can see I have just 4 roles. Yeah, and one of them React.js Lex example role. Let's go, and here we can see we have Amazon Lex run bots only, and it gives us actions like post content, delete session, recognize text, post text, get session, etc. It's enough for chatbot, but if you would like to add something more, you can add permissions, add policies, and click here Amazon Lex, and here full access, read only, etc. Okay, and the last step is prepare your React.js application, install AWS SDK, and configure AWS SDK in React, and create the React Lex chatbot component, which can communicate with SDK. And last step, run it and fun. And let's have short demo of this application. I already run it, and it's a bit ugly. It's not for some production. Yeah, and let's see, it's a chatbot for appointment. Let's see, I would like to make an appointment. Let's send. Yeah, we see that let's go to AWS and ask us what kind of appointment we schedule. Okay, let's say it's will be dentist and root canal. When? Okay, let's see it the next week. Okay, and what time? Let's say 6 p.m. after work. Yep, it's available today. Ahead, yeah, and okay, just here you can confirm it. But it's, of course, them. Okay, and what we have on our JavaScript code, it's quite simple. Yeah, if you have some more specific applications, I think it will be more structured and I will have some architecture, but here we just have AWS config with when we specify region, in your case, it can be another region, identify pool ID. Here you can replace it by your Cognito identity pool. And currently I use just AWS Lex runtime. And then just explore it by default. And here you can see a method which handle sending message. And the more interesting, it's from line 18 to line 23, it's configuring our message. We use bot alias, which we can get from our bot name, which we write when we create bot. And user ID, it's some of identifier for user. You can use some ID from your application. It's only one rule, it should be unique for each user. Yep, and then we just use Lex runtime and post text with such parameters and have messages from bot and just display it in our chat. So, and about useful materials, you can see some links about machine learning in AWS and what is a Lex. It's have a lot of other services, and you can go to docs.aws.amazon.com and see what you're interested in from all these services. And another link is QR code for our YouTube channel for playlist related AI cookbook. It's more simpler example how ChatGPT can boost your performance. And I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ivan, for this great talk. Really inspired one. So, from the questions perspective, you've shared a lot of best practices, a lot of good insights about the tools that you've already highlighted. But could you tell us, from your understanding, are there any weak parts of these things, right? What are the drawbacks? What are the things that are not yet evolved that you wanted? So maybe
Mhm.
like next year, Amazon will improve such services. What are they?
I think the main pain point is prices, of course. Yep, we know that AWS it's can be cheaper, but not often. In most cases, it's cost some money. And another thing, I think it's maybe mm, it's not related to AWS, and it's just related all AI services which we have right now. And as I see, it looks like all UI move from different ways just to chatbots, and everyone would like chatbot. And yeah, it's maybe more useful for some discussions with user, but then I would like to stay with different ways of implementing websites, because I think it's quite boring to write just chats.
Yeah, true. Agreed as well about it. Cool. So let me recheck our chat. We don't have. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we have some notes over here. So the first one is that for some examples, there were no sound. So in this case, I would like to sort of like suggest guys to go over the examples yourselves, right, and explore how things work actually these days and how natural AI can sound. So this is the first stuff. And actually, we do have a couple of questions. So the first one is, if we're trying to hide some sensitive information, how reliable it is? How can we test results automatically? Any ideas over here?
Mm, I think if we hide some personal information, it's mostly about some other content, not personal information. Yep. When let's imagine some survey. Yep. It should be some anonymous, for example. Yep. And if user login, they write some, I don't know, some personal information by some mistake. Yeah, but we shouldn't analyze it. We should analyze only their answers. And the same about some receipts, etc. If you see some information about some credit card in this receipt, etc., it's more personal related, and but we are interested more about some total sum, etc.
Okay, I see. And the next question is, I'm really curious about the security part of the solution. Send some sensitive data to AWS to hide it. What are your thoughts on that?
About security, I think it's quite similar, like with just websites. Yeah, we can use some security tools from AWS or some on-premises. Yep, and also, as I know, AWS have some Amazon Macy, I don't remember quite name, which can help you transform your data to some testing data, replace everything that related to person information to
Mhm.
some mock data.
Okay,
But
sure,
also,
makes sense.
it's like AWS security, sharing security responsibility. Yeah, some of
Yeah,
them it's based on AWS, some of them on our side, like a developer, like a users.
okay, yeah, true enough. All right. So, Ivan, thank you very much for your talk. And guys, let's jump into the next talk then. Thank you, and see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. See you.